Hello people, it's been a while since I've done sort of a recap video, just talking about the news. It's been a couple weeks, and with the verdict finally coming out for Epic Games versus Apple, I thought it would be a great opportunity to bring this back because I have a lot to get through here, a lot to explain, a lot to ascertain for you guys. So you guys have probably seen this for at least a couple of hours, but it's all written in legalese. What does it all really mean? So here I am breaking this down for all of you guys. So exactly what is going on? So this, first of all, this is the actual judgment by Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers. So first of all, she issued a permanent injunction in the Epic versus Apple case on Friday morning, putting new restrictions on Apple's App Store's rules and bringing months of bare legal jousting to a conclusion. Under the new order, Apple is permanently restrained and enjoined from prohibiting developers from including in their apps and their metadata buttons, external links, and other calls to action that direct customers to purchasing mechanisms, in addition to in-app purchasing and communicating with customers through points of contact obtained voluntarily from customers through account registration within the app. So what the heck does this mean? So first of all, prohibiting developers from including in their apps and metadata buttons external links, which means that Apple has to show links that the developer wants to show in regards to other payment options. So let's say that Billy Bob Gaming Company wants to show a link to PayPal. Now, Apple used to be allowed not to show that. Apple was previously allowed to say, hey, we don't want this link here, therefore we're not going to let you show it. But right now, Apple has to show it, at least in the US that is. Apple has to show that other payment link. So in this example would be the PayPal link. So other calls to action. So all in whatever form the developer wants, Apple has to show that. So yeah, in addition to Apple's own in-app purchasing. And they will have to be allowed, the developers that are, communicate with customers through points of contact obtained voluntarily from customers, which means that communication can happen outside of Apple. So if the customer decides to give them their email, then the app developer has to be allowed to communicate through email, which is already happening, but this is just a judgment reaffirming that. And also in a separate judgment, the court affirmed that Epic Games was in breach of its contract with Apple when it implemented the alternative payment system in the Fortnite app. So the judge agreed that by Fortnite and Epic Games' action of implementing an alternative payment system, which is not allowed back then and is still not allowed now, but they have to show a payment option link, but they, So it's still not explicitly allowed now, but they have to show a link. Epic Games did violate the agreement. They did violate the developer agreement that no other payment option is allowed. So by Epic Games' action of doing that, they violated that. So it's agreed that Epic Games did violate the agreement. That was pretty cut and dry. And so Epic must pay Apple 30% of all the revenue collected through the system since it was implemented like it was through the Apple payment system, which comes out to about a little more than $3.5 million, which is a lot. So in the full ruling, Judge Gonzalez Rogers explained that her thinking on the issue in greater detail. Notably, the judge rejected both parties' definition of the marketplace at issue in the case. The relevant market here is digital mobile gaming transactions, not gaming generally. So this ruling is specific for mobile gaming, not gaming as a whole. Now you guys know that I have a PC I used to game with. This, whatever the case, whatever they want to twist the definition of gaming, the Judge Rogers, she said that it's nothing to do with PC gaming. It all only has to do with mobile gaming. Now, she hasn't really elaborated on exactly what flavor of mobile gaming. Is it just iOS only, or is it mobile gaming at large? But it's pretty safe to assume that it's just mobile gaming at large. So it's not PC gaming, of course, not other forms of gaming like console gaming, right? So it's just mobile gaming. And so, also, there's one final ruling for Apple here. This is in favor of Apple. The App Store is not a monopoly. Now, it's not that it is 100% not a monopoly. It is just that Epic Games did not sufficiently prove that the App Store is a monopoly, right? If Billy Bob Gaming Company wants to file a suit against Apple, and they have all the proof, they have irrefutable proof beyond a reasonable doubt that Apple, the way that they're running the App Store, is monopolistic, then they could still rule that Apple's App Store is a monopoly. But Rogers' ruling says that, well, in the national and state level, so federal or state antitrust laws, Apple is not a monopoly. But however, they might still be on the hook, and because Apple has been shown to engage in anti-competitive conduct under California's laws. So there is some conduct that is not great, but again, if they were to charge Apple, they must, of course, bring forth irrefutable evidence. So, yeah, what they're doing looks like it's violating California's antitrust laws, but that still has to be investigated. But yeah, Apple, so you might be thinking, okay, so do they have to put Fortnite back on the App Store? The answer is no, because they still violated the agreement. And so Apple does not have to put Fortnite back on the App Store if they don't want to. And so Apple, in a public statement, cast the ruling as a victory for the App Store model. Today, the court has affirmed what we've known all along. The App Store is not in violation of antitrust law, a representative said. Apple faces rigorous competition in every segment in which we do business, and we believe customers and developers choose us because our products and services are the best in the world. We remain committed to ensuring the App Store is a safe and trusted marketplace. And then here's a statement from Epic CEO Tim Sweeney. Of course, he's a little disappointed because he didn't get exactly what he wanted. Today's ruling isn't a win for developers or for consumers. So he said Epic is fighting for fair competition among in-app payment methods and app stores for 1 billion consumers. And separately, a spokesperson for Epic Games has said that the company plans to appeal the ruling. So today's verdict is not quite the end, but at least we get some decent idea that, exactly what the court thinks in a situation like this. We finally get some sort of, I wouldn't say conclusive, but rather a comprehensive interpretation of what the court thinks. So to recap, Apple has to show other payment methods offered to consumers. In addition, if the consumer offers their email address or the Twitter handle, the game developer or the app developer has to be able to communicate to the customer via those channels, like the email or the Twitter link. But Apple has a little victory here because Epic clearly violated the agreement, and that is a fact that the court has agreed with, that Epic did violate App Store terms of services at the time by implementing other third-party payment services directly into the app, even if it's explicitly prohibited. And Apple does not have to put Fortnite back on the App Store if it doesn't want to, because that is a violation of agreement. There is no wrongful termination there. So, and also too, Apple has a payment coming from Epic. They're entitled to receive 30% of whatever Fortnite made during that time of where they incorporated. a second payment option in violation of App Store's rules. So that's about $5 million. That's oh yeah, I'm sorry, no, $3.5 million, not $5 million. My mistake. But yeah, that's basically TLDR of the entire verdict. What do you think? Do you think that this is a win for Apple, a win for Epic? Do you think that, well, Epic's gonna appeal this ruling anyway, that this is a giant waste of time? Let me know in the comments. I know that this is many months in the making, and so I really want to finally get to the conclusion of this. Let me know. This is just super, super interesting. I just want to know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments below. And also, too, shameless plug, Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That is 5 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. What's it called? Universal Coordinated Time. I will have the wish list for everybody on the upcoming September event. But yeah, so yeah, just stick it here to the Icon channel if you want more. Click the bell, hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed, and yeah, we'll see you later for more Apple news stuff. It's gotta be fun.